Hello and welcome to another Monday Night with Cassie. I'm Cassie with Create by Cassie, and I am so thankful that you're choosing to spend your time with me tonight. We are going to have such a great time. I am so excited to show you all the projects that I have come up with. But first, go ahead and put this emoji down in the comments if this is your first time watching me, whether you are watching live or on the replay. I would love to welcome you to my channel. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that you hit the bell so that you are notified whenever I go live or whenever I post a video. All right, so really quickly, today is the last day to sign up for my Just a Note class to go. And it makes 8 projects, 2 each of 4 designs. They are all gift card holders, and it uses the gorgeous Nests of Winter DSP. You also get 2 embellishments with this. You get a full pack of deer dots, which is a new embellishment we have, and a full bolt of the white fluffy trim. Guys, the white fluffy trim is stunning. I love it so much. So the link is in the description if you are interested in that. And I would love to send you a card in the mail. If you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for my email list. And when you do that, you can also add your address, and I will add you to my mailing list, my card mailing list. You can also add your birth month and day, and I will add you to my birthday card list as well. All right, I hope you guys are having a good night. I am working with the Homemade Treats bundle tonight. It is so cute. It's mostly tags tonight, so I know you guys are going to love these so much. So let me point you down, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the bundle. This is a new bundle from, I believe this is the online exclusives. This just came out on the 3rd, which was last Wednesday, I believe. But this is the bundle we are working with tonight. Look how cute it is. We have It's Beginning to Taste Like Christmas, 'Tis the Season for Baking, and then we have From the Kitchen of. This is a little cute little it's almost like they're little sprinkles or something is what I kind of like looked at them as. We have like an icing bag. We have 3 smaller. This is a candy cane, the little gingerbread man, and a Santa hat. This is actually if you are doing cookies, like rollout cookies, and you cut them out. That's what that is. And then we've also got the oven mitt and a cute little rolling pin right there. This is a red rubber stamp, cling stamp. Hey, Amy, how are you? Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you got it. Yay. So this is a red rubber stamp set, and starting in the new year, we will no longer have red rubber. They will all be the photopolymer, which suits me perfect because I love the photopolymers. All right, so. The only decorative die that we have in this bundle here is this one right here, which is actually the, it's kind of like a cookie tray, which is super cute. And you get 2 each for the small little ones here. So you have 2 of the gingerbread men, 2 of the, these are the candy canes, and 2 of the Santa hats here. And then each of these cuts out the pieces here. Whoops, I'm not in frame, sorry. They each cut out these right here. So, such a fun stamp set. Amy, I'm so glad you got your birthday card. I know you're going to have a great birthday in Michigan. It's going to be awesome. All right, so let's work on our first project for tonight. So, this is our first project for the night. It says, 'Tis the Season for Baking. Look at those druzy embellishments. Aren't they gorgeous? They just shimmer. So pretty. And then the back here, we have From the Kitchen of. These tags are perfect to put if you're going to do like a cookie tray for a friend. You can just stick this in with it, and it will be a perfect little addition to it. All right, so we're going to do this one in cloud cover. I thought it would be fun to kind of do it in a different color. So we're going to go with cloud cover. This die is from I've got it right here. It is a retired bundle. Nope, it's not branching out. It's somewhere in here. I think it's this one right here. Nope, not traditional labels. I'll have to put it down in the description after. I forget what it is. It's the one from last year, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous bundle. Because this one is Peace on Earth. Yeah, I'll have to put it down in the comments, but in the description. But this is a retired die. But look how gorgeous this tag is. All right, so for this, I have cut out a cloud cover and a basic white, and the hole is part of that die. And to start, what we're going to do is we're just going to glue these together. So I'm just going to use my green glue, put this on here. Whoops, I was trying not to get my finger in that glue. All right, so I'm just going to glue these two together. And I always like to kind of push it down on the table to make sure that it is flush with each side here. Perfect. So we have our back here, and then we have our front. And to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp from the kitchen of. And for that, I used our strawberry slush, which is this right here. So I'm going to open this up, and from the kitchen of is the stamp that I'm going to be using. And let's see, I'm going to grab a block here, and then we are going to ink this up. And for me, I've got to be very careful when I ink this up because it likes to get on the side of the red rubber. All right, so I am going to stick it right up here. I'm going to give myself room to be able to put the rolling pin there. Here we go. So pretty. Look at that color. Strawberry slush is gorgeous. I love it. All right. Then we can go to the front, and we're going to do 'Tis the Season for Baking. And that is also part of our set here. It's this one right here. And I'm going to grab this. And this one I did in, let's see, grab a block here in Melon Mambo. And grab that real quick. So we're going to do that in Melon Mambo. I kind of wanted it to blend in a little bit. Oh, actually, this is blue, isn't it? So we're going to do this in, let's do this in, forgot I was switching my colors up. Let's see, we will do this one in, let's go Misty. We're going to do Misty Moonlight since this is blue. Forgot about that. All right. All right, so I'm going to ink this up here. There we go. I was having trouble with this stamp earlier, stamping without it giving me, without it wouldn't stamp all the way. Hey Jen, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Great Monday. All right, that was a little crooked, but you know what? It's okay. All right, so for this, I have cut out this piece right here, which is this right here. And now you can stamp this one, which comes with the, it has the three of our, these three stamps here. But you can stamp this and cut it out with this die here, or you can just cut it out, cut a piece of cardstock out with that, which is what I did. So we have this is Basic Beige. Isn't that a fun little shape right there? And what I'm going to do with this is I took Basic Beige and I stamped and cut out each of those cookies. What I was thinking were the cookies, the gingerbread man, the hat, and the candy cane there. So I stamped them in pecan pie, and then I stamped them on basic beige so that they kind of blended in right here with our dough right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. And I'm just going to glue these down, kind of like you have just cut them out, even though they are a different color. But it's okay. It's a card, right? Or it's a tag. But I couldn't see it when I stamped it in basic beige. So I was like, we've got to stamp it in pecan pie. I wasn't a fan of it in crumb cake. It was a little too light. All right. And these fit great right in here. There we go. Got that right there. Just like that. Isn't that cute? Get his little feet down here. All right, so this is going to go right about here. Then for the rolling pin, I cut it out. I stamped and cut it twice. And if you can see here, I have glued one on this side and I glued one on this side because I wanted it to show on each side. So for this, we are going to glue the first one down on the front first. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here in that, just in that center. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, these are going to be great for any kind of cookies or treats that you make for the holidays. You can stick it in with your gift. All right, so we've got that there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over, and I can see here where the edges are here. So I'm going to take my other rolling pin, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue here in the center again. And then I'm just going to match the edges up with the edges down here. And then push that down. Yes, this is such a cute bundle for Christmas cookies. Any kind of treats. It's adorable. Kind of makes me want cookies too. Gingerbread men cookies. All right, so here you can see it lines up there. You can go back and glue the handles here together if you want. I didn't. I thought it was okay without it. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to glue our cookies here down in this little corner here. They're so cute. Get that down there. Then I have stamped in, this is actually stamped on basic white, and it is stamped with cherry cobbler. And what I did to get it, because it doesn't look like basic white. You see the difference? What I did was when I stamped it, after I stamped it, I will use this as an example. So this is stamped on basic white. I took my brown blending brush here and I just went over it a little bit till it kind of got a little bit like a cookie color. You know, when you take your cookies out of the oven, they kind of have that like baked color. So that's what I did there, and then I cut it out with the dies from the bundle. And that gave me these two right here. And you can also do them in the basic beige, but I actually, because they're basic beige here, I liked the difference in the color that it gave it to do it with the blending brush there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a mini dimensional on each of these. And I'm going to cut a small sliver here of this for the, I guess, the cane part of the candy cane. Then we are just going to take these off here, and I am just going to stick these down. So there's that one there. Then we're going to put the little candy cane down right here. Look how cute that is. Just like that. And then for the back, I did a little oven mitt here. And I did do this one in pink. Let's see, because I was cutting out a bunch of stuff. So let's see if I've got a different color. I've got a green one, but I think I like the pink better. We'll go with pink. So we're going to do the pink back here. This one is, I think this one's cherry cobbler. I think is what I picked for that one. It looks cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to put this a little bit diagonal on here. Just like that. Got all my Santa hats out here. All right, just like that. Then what I did was, we couldn't not have any sparkle on here, so I took my Wink of Stella and I colored over, pretty sure it was the, yep, I colored the hat, the candy cane. Then I flipped it over here and I colored the oven mitt. So I was like, we have to have some type of sparkle. There we go. Not sure if you can see the sparkle or not. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. We've got that there on the candy cane and the hat as well. And for our ribbon here, I used our gold striped mesh ribbon. I love this so much. And all I did was I unrolled it a little bit. I doubled it over. I'm just going to cut it at an angle. And I want my knot to be at the front, so I am going to make sure that this is the same, so it's flat here. I'm going to take the pointed ends here, because both of them I cut at an angle. I'm going to go from the back of the tag because I want my knot to be at the front. And I'm going to put this through here and then pull right through here. I'm going to stick my fingers right through here and grab onto the tails, pull those tails through, and then very gently I'm going to pull this tight, just like this. And you can work with your knot there if you want it to look a certain way. I just like that it is in the front. All right, so just like that. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these at an angle. And I like mine to be slightly different sizes, so I'm going to cut this one slightly taller. Well, that wasn't exactly how I like. There we go. I like mine to be slightly different like that. Isn't that beautiful? And then, of course, we have to have even more bling. So we're going to use the Druzy adhesive-backed embellishments. These are stunning. Look at the sparkle on that. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to use the gold on this since we used the gold ribbon here. So I'm going to grab take your pick tool here, and I'm going to just put a larger one up here, and then two of these smaller. I'm just going to kind of fit them in here. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I love these Druzy. Look at that. And that's our first project. Isn't that so pretty? And so if you have cookies or any kind of treats that you are giving for the holidays or birthdays, this is perfect. It's got the little treats already on there. You can write your little message, say it's from the kitchen of. So fun. All right, so that is project one. And for project 2, we're going to do this little tag here. Isn't that cute? This is Strawberry Slush. Look at how he's like popping out right there. Isn't he adorable? And this is the back here. This is using what I was thinking were the sprinkles. And for this, we are going to use the dies from our new branching out bundle. Guys, if you don't have these dies yet, you need them. Look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in different sizes. They're so pretty. Look at them. They're so pretty. I love the little rounded accent right there. Oh, so pretty. All right, so I have a Strawberry Slush. I have a basic white, and then I have a Pretty in Pink. And what I'm going to do for this one is, let's see, this was Melon Mambo. This was the Melon Mambo one. And I'm going to grab this is 'Tis the Season. Yep, it's this one here. So I'm going to grab my chamois here. I'm just going to wipe this off so we can reuse it. And again, this sentiment is from our bundle. And I'm just going to ink this up. And I'm going to stamp this a little bit to the side, still towards the middle, but just slightly over because I want to have room for my oven mitt there. Just going to hold that for a second since it's a darker color. Just like that. And I found it doesn't even matter if it's crooked because I was putting things tilted anyways, like to the sides, and you can't really tell. So if it's crooked, that's okay. All right, so the Pretty in Pink is going to go here in the center. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green glue. You can put this up on dimensionals if you want. I popped up all the little accents there in dimensionals, so I decided to use glue to glue this down. And I'm just going to lift this up so I can make sure I am straight with my lines here, just like that. And then I'm just going to flip this over. And I'm going to put some glue here. And then we are going to put our basic white, let's see which way does it go, this way, right on here. I'm just going to push it down to make sure that it's flush. Hey, Marrier. Yes, definitely catch the replay. Oh, have fun with your friends. Oh, thank you. Yes, this is the homemade treats bundle. So much fun. I love this. This is perfect for any time of the year. All right, so we have that. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my hole here. And this is the 1/8 inch punch for our punch trio. I hope you have a good lunch, Marrier. So much fun to go out with friends, hang out and catch up. All right, so I'm just centering this between the two sides here. And I'm trying to center it between this little part of the strawberry slush. And I'm just going to punch that right through just like that. So we have our hole. And then what we're going to do is on the back, I'm going to do from the kitchen of, and then I'm also going to do the little sprinkles up here. And for this, I'm going to do this in strawberry slush. And put this in here. And I'm just going to stamp this right down here. Just like that. Oh, nice. I bet it's beautiful there. I'm going to have to visit Australia at some point. So it sounds gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to use this stamp. And I'm going to do it also in the strawberry slush. And I'm just going to make sure that that tree, it's a little like tree there. I'm just going to make sure that is facing upwards. just because I felt like the tree needed to be up. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It almost looks like stars or something in the sky. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it back over. And I have all of my pieces here already stamped and cut out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my oven mitt, and this is in Strawberry Slush. Actually, all these are in Strawberry Slush except for the Gingerbread Man. He is in Pecan Pie. And they are all on basic white. So this one's going to go here, and I'm going to use dimensionals for this. And I'm just going to use 3. These are from one of either a kit or a paper pumpkin, one of them. So instead of opening a brand new pack, I was like, well, I have these sitting in my drawer. I'll use these. All right. And I'm just going to kind of put this here on the side, just like that. And then I'm going to take my cute little gingerbread man, and I'm going to put my little dimensional right here above my oven mitt there. And I'm just going to take my gingerbread man, and I'm just going to slide him down in here and get him where I want him. So he's popping out there. And then I'm just going to push him down. Isn't that cute? He's adorable. Last year, I wanted a gingerbread man so bad because we had the birdhouse bundle, and I wanted to do a bunch of gingerbread houses with it, but I didn't have any gingerbread men, but now I do. So, and I still have that bundle, so I may do that just because I wanted to do it so bad last year. All right, so I'm going to grab another dimensional. I'm going to put it on the little hat here. And then I'm going to stick it right up here. I'm going to do it right above the "'Tis the Season," kind of like it's got a little Santa hat on it. And then I am going to put dimensionals on 2 of these candy canes. And I'm going to cut a little piece for that cane part so we don't have anything sagging. Let's see. They're stuck to me here. So I'm going to put one here. Whoops, come back here. And then one right here. And I'm going to start with one. And I'm going to start with this candy cane right here, which is going to be the lowest candy cane of them. And I'm just going to stick that down. And I'm going to grab my next candy cane. These backings want to stick to me. All right, and then I'm going to take this candy cane, and I'm just going to tuck it under the little curled part right here of the other candy cane. Whoops, come back here. It wants to stick to me. There we go. Just like that. It's kind of nestled behind it. And then for this one, I'm going to do the same thing. And then we're going to tuck the bottom of the cane for this one in between the 2 right here. So it's kind of like you got a trio of candy canes going on. Just like that. And for the ribbon, I used our Strawberry Slush ribbon. This is the faux... What is this? The faux linen ribbon. I love this ribbon. I'm just going to I'm going to double that over. And again, I'm going to put it completely flat. I'm going to take my 2 pointed ends. I'm going to go from the back, since I want my knot in the front. I'm actually going to fold that over right there. I'm going to cut those ends off anyway, so it's okay if they are a little bit smushed. All right, and I'm just going to pull that through very gently. And you just want to make sure the way that your ends, your loop is going in, that the pieces are going in relatively straight. If they're not, if they're kind of twisted, then your knot is going to get twisted. Oh, hi, Black Angel. Welcome, Germany. Oh, wow. How is the weather in Germany? I am in Monroe, North Carolina in the United States, and it is actually, I feel like it's fall weather right now. It's actually pretty cool outside for September. All right, so we have our knot here on the front, and I am going to just trim these. And again, I like one to be slightly taller than the other. Just like that. Isn't that a cute little tag? Then we're going to take our, these were the Strawberry Slush Pretty in Pink gems here. And I'm going to use the clear ones because I have a ton of clear ones here. So we are going to take a large, if I can get it, he's kind of stuck there. We'll put this one here. Got this one. Let's put this one down here on the Strawberry Slush color, and then we'll do Strawberry Slush up here. Just like that. And that's our project number 2. Yes, the Strawberry Slush is really nice, and you can make it where it's not holiday related by just omitting these or the sentiment, and using like the oven mitt, and then we've got the rolling pin and the piping bag. So you can definitely make it so that it's not Christmassy, which I kind of wanted to show a little bit with the coloring, that you can make it kind of however birthday or any type of thing. But I still wanted to use the bundle, so I kind of made it still a little bit Christmas. So cute. All right, so that is project number 2. And for project number 3, get these back in here. This one here is a little card. It's just a little square card here. Isn't he cute popping out the side there? And so you have the back here. And this is just, you can kind of stick it in if you have like a bag of treats or something. You can just stick it in as an actual card instead of a tag. And this is also Strawberry Slush. And so for this, I have a Strawberry Slush. This is a square. And then this is our in color, our new in colors, Strawberry Slush 6x6 DSP. And I chose the one with the flowers on the other side, but I wanted that kind of pretty on the background. Look how pretty that is. So, so pretty. So we are going to glue this down. I'm just going to do this with my green glue here. And I'm just going to center it right in here. There we go. Just like that. Isn't that a beautiful piece of DSP? So pretty. All right, and then I have another piece of Strawberry Slush, and this is Bubble Bath. And so for the Bubble Bath, what we're going to do is we are going to stamp in Strawberry Slush. It's beginning to taste like Christmas, which I think is super cute. So I'm going to grab that stamp here and put that on a block here. Then I'm going to ink this up here. Make sure I get it nice and inked up. And I'm going to kind of go a little bit to the side, but in the center, because I want to have room for my little piping bag there. When I have a darker color like this, I like to, that did not ink very good. I don't know if it's my ink pads or what it is, but I've been having trouble with these sentiments here stamping all the way. All right. Do that one again. All right. A little bit better. All right. Just like that. All right. And then we are going to glue this bubble bath on top of our strawberry slush. I thought it was kind of fun having a different color palette than like actual Christmassy colors. All right, there we go. Now what we're going to do is, this is the strawberry slush, what is this, twine? Yep, twine 3-pack. This is the, I believe this is, I don't remember if this is current or, I think it's current. But it came with the school, I think the school set that we had, which is retiring. But it has, I think this is Azure Afternoon, and this is Shy Shamrock. And then it has the strawberry slush with it. So we're going to use the strawberry slush. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here at the top, and I'm just going to take the edge, the end of the twine, and I'm going to put it kind of where I'm going to want it to go diagonal. And then I'm just going to use regular tape and just tape it down. Then I'm going to take this and just pull it just like that. I'm going to pull it really tight and put another piece of tape here. I tried to do this without the tape, kind of like you would for an actual gift, and it wouldn't stay. So if you're able to get it to stay, let me know how you did that, because I tried, it wasn't working for me. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to get this kind of where I'm going to want it, just right there. And then we're just going to tape this down right there. And then I'm just going to pull this. Oh, wow, it's 1:05 a.m. there. Wow. Oh, no worries, no worries. I think you're doing really good with the English. All right, I'm going to cut this off here. So we have that right there. Then for this, I'm actually going to pop this up with dimensionals. Well, thank you for tuning in so late, Black Angel. That is amazing. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you really are enjoying these. This is such a fun bundle. I really enjoyed playing with this one. Although I enjoy playing with all of them, but this week I really enjoyed this one. And this is, for me, this is going to make some great gifts to give to family, because we have a tradition called cookie baking where the family gets together and bakes cookies for a long weekend, and then we gift them. And so these are going to be perfect. All right, so I'm just going to center this right in here, like that. And then for the back, what we're going to do is we're going to do from the kitchen, and we're going to do again those little sprinkles. I'm calling them sprinkles. And we're going to do strawberry slush again. I was on a strawberry slush kick this week. All right, so we're going to do from the kitchen of, I think that's such a cute little stamp. Stamp that right here. And then we're going to grab our, make sure I got my tree up to the top there. When I first stamped it, I didn't realize it had the tree, and it was upside down, and I was like, oh man, that looks funny. So I restamped with the tree up. All right, just like that. And I'm going to put that down. And so we're just going to glue this here in the center. And this one I cut a little bit smaller But this one I wanted to kind of see how it was going to be a little bit wider, the basic white, to give a little bit more room to write in case you maybe want to put like a recipe on the back of it. All right, make sure I got this the right way. And we're going to, here we go, just like that. And then for the front, we're going to make a little bow for the top. And I just took the strawberry slush twine and made a little bow here. Whoops, that was a big side there. All right, and I like my bows small, but if you like yours big, go for it. It would look good with a big bow too. I just prefer mine small. All right, and then I'm just going to cut these straight across here. And I'm going to grab my glue dots and my little tool here, and I'm going to grab am I upside down? Oh, there we go. I was trying to get it through the clear backing there. All right, so I'm just going to stick this on the back right here and push down so that way it's not going to come untied. And then I'm just going to take it and stick it right on the top here on that top of that strawberry slush ribbon. Got a piece of extra ribbon there. All right, so I'm going to push that down. Then I'm going to kind of pull my tails. And then I'm just going to trim these. Here we go. Isn't that cute? It looks like a little package, doesn't it? All right, and then to accessorize our cute little card, I have the little piping bag here. I did the rolling pin, one of the Santa hats, and the cute little gingerbread man who's going to be peeking out the side there. And this I put kind of like you were kind of writing the words with the icing bag. So I'm going to stick two of these, one towards the bottom and then one kind of right around the, not at the top here because it kind of goes a little bit over, but right there before it goes to that top part of that bag there. And then I'm just going to point this down. I just don't want that on top of my twine. And then I'm just going to push that down right there. So it's kind of like you're writing the words. Then we're going to do our little Santa hat here. So we just need one of these. And again, I'm going to do the little hat over it's beginning to taste like Christmas, to kind of be like a little Santa hat on top of it. And we're going to grab our rolling pin, and I'm going to do 2 dimensionals here. And I'm just going to kind of put this down at the bottom, like that. And then for our cute little gingerbread man, I am going to kind of gauge where I want him. Put him right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensional down. Let's see. I found it was easier to put the dimensional down than to put the dimensional on him or her. And then I just need you not to stick there. There we go. I am just going to tuck him right in here, and I'm just going to make sure that he's not over the side of the strawberry slush here. So in case you want to put it into an envelope, you can. Look how cute he is. It's like he's peeking out. Then we're going to use the strawberry slush and Pretty in Pink gems again. We're going to use the clear. So I thought it was cute. I thought it was kind of like a little bit like icing in a way. So I'm going to put a large one here and then a small. And let's put this other small on our DSP down here. And that's project number 3. Get that sparkle. So pretty. You can also go and put your Wink Estella on there as well if you want to. So cute. This is such a fun bundle. If you haven't gotten it yet, it's worth it for sure. All right. Our next one is this cute little tag here. This is Petunia Pop, going a little bit on the purple. But this does have our, see if I can get it to show up, the embossed, I can't get it to show up here, the embossed snowflake paper, which I love. I forget what it's called. Eventually I'll remember. Something Snowfall, Silent Snowfall. The, see if I can do it this way. There we go. The Snowfall paper. I love this DSP. It's gorgeous. All right, so for this, I have a little square of Petunia Pop. And then we have, this one is Blackberry Bliss. And this is our DSP, the Silent Snowfall DSP. So we are going to glue our Silent Snowfall onto our Blackberry Bliss, just to kind of have it pop off of that Petunia Pop. You guys had to know I was going to have to use Petunia Pop because I love it. All right, so we have that. Then we are going to pop this up on dimensionals to put on the front of our tag here. Whoops, come back here. Here we go. And pull these off. And then I'm just going to center this. I'm going to actually, which way do I want to go? I'll go this way. I'm just going to center this right in here. See if that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to take my, this is the little, it's from the Trio Punch. It's the one with the, it's like a line, kind of. It's going to pop out kind of like that. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stick it on here. And I'm actually going to put it through the top of the white, the DSP. And I'm going to do that because when I was working with this to make a sample, make my sample here, when I put it through the little tiny part here of that Petunia Pop, it ripped the second that I tried to put my ribbon in. So I'm going to put it up here this time, and it shouldn't come apart now. All right, and then the back here, we're going to use our Blackberry Bliss, and we're going to do From the Kitchen of, and wipe this one off here, and ink this up. There we go. And I'm just going to do it down here in the left corner. Like that. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. And this is going to go back here. And you know what I didn't do is I didn't have this on when I pushed that through. But you know what? That's probably good because I had trouble pushing it through anyways. So what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm just not going to put glue right there, so I don't want it to get on my punch. I'm going to glue this down, And then I'm going to take my punch again and line it up and then punch that out. So if you try to go through too many layers, it won't let you punch it. All right, so I'm just going to stick this back on here. I'm just going to line up with the hole I've already got right there. And then I'm just going to push it through. There we go. And so now it's as if I pushed it all the way through with the first one. Okay. And then for the front, we have a piece of, this is fresh freesia. And I'm going to do 'Tis the Season for Baking. And we're going to do that in the Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to clean this off here. And I'm going to grab my Blackberry Bliss. And then we are just going to ink it up. And then stamp it right here in the center. There we go. It wanted to stick. All right, so we have that, like that. And I am going to glue that down to the front of our Silent Snowfall DSP. Are you guys liking this Homemade Treats bundle? It's so darn cute. I think a lot of people gift different types of treats during the holiday season, or really kind of any time too. But these are cute little cards to tags to give with those. All right, so our rolling pin is going to go here at the bottom. So I got dimensionals on it, and he's going to just pop right up over top of that cardstock here. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, this is such a cute bundle. So much fun. All right, so we're going to do, this is Petunia Pop on the oven mitt. And I'm just going to put 3 of these. Whoops. And this one's going to go to the top corner, the top right corner here, to kind of cover up some of this extra space. I just don't want my little thing right here at the edge of that handle to go too far over the side there. And then, of course, we have to have our cute little gingerbread man. He makes it so happy with his little smile. So I'm going to put 2 of these on. I don't usually use a lot of minis, but this set made it perfect to use the minis, the mini dimensionals. There we go. He's just going to go just like that. And for the ribbon, I did use a retired ribbon. This is the Blackberry, oh here it is, the Blackberry Bliss and Gold textured ribbon from last year. It is one of my absolute favorites. I love this ribbon so much. When we retired it, I bought a bunch of it because I love it so much. And we're just going to do how we've done the other ones. I'm just going to cut that in an angle. And again, I'm going to put it through the back here. I always like my knot at the front. And I'm just going to pull this through. Oops, stay there. I'm just going to kind of pull this here. This guy needs to stay straight. There we go. Pull that. Come on. There we go. All right. And I'm just gently pulling it, kind of pushing it or twisting it around a little bit to get it to kind of tighten up like that. And I always like to cut my ends at the very end because they always seem to fray. Even if it doesn't fray, I like them to be cut again. There we go. That guy's a little tall. That's better. Like that. I love the gold aspect to that. The edges, oh, it's so pretty. And for this one, I used these Opal Rounds assortment. This is from that Mediterranean bundle that we had. I think it's retired, or it was retiring, I think. And I'm going to use the, they're like kind of yellow. I think I have them as Daffodil Delight. Yeah, I wrote that it's Daffodil Delight. But I was kind of trying to get it to be along the lines of gold. So that's why I picked these. And I'm going to do one of the big ones. And then two of the little ones. They have a nice little, almost like an iridescent shine to them. They're really pretty. There we go. And that is project number 4. 1, 2, 3. This is project number 4. And then we have our back here. So cute. All right. I have 2 more projects. I had a lot of fun this week. All right. So this one here, I did different colors. I kind of wanted to do them in color families here. So this is a cute little tag here. This is Pool Party with, this is Lost Lagoon. And this is some retired ribbon here, which is so fun. And then we just have our little back here. This is Flirty Flamingo with Pretty in Pink. And this is Pretty in Pink here. And then I did a little tassel kind of handle or edge or whatever. What is that called? Like a ribbon on there. And then we have the back here, and that is Pretty in Pink. Of course, I had to do strawberry, not strawberry, goodness gracious, Petunia Pop. So we have Petunia Pop back here, and this is Fresh Freesia. This is our gold ribbon, gold mesh, gold striped mesh ribbon. And then this purple here was, I have a little bit left over from a kit that I got. I'm trying to use up some of my stuff that I have that I'm almost done with. So that is just some twine from that. Like that. But this one, I wanted to do a little bit of a Christmassy kind of color. So we're going to do this one in Shaded Spruce, which is my favorite green that we have. So this die is from our Paper Pumpkin dies. I think it's from last year's Christmas, what is that, October, November, December trio. So it's this one here. So I cut one out of Shaded Spruce and one out of Basic White. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue these together. Because I keep not closing my, capping up my glue. So it keeps kind of drying on me. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. So we're going to glue these together. And you definitely want to see this last one that I, our next project, because it's probably my favorite of the bunch. It's super cute. All right. I'm just going to make sure this is all together. There we go. Just like that. And then, where did my, I put them all over here, didn't I? I need one. There we go. All right. For this, I used Poppy Parade for my accent color. I almost went with green, but I thought it might be fun to just do Christmas colors. So I decided on Poppy Parade. I'm just going to pull this piece out of that L there. So this is also from, this is from the Paper Pumpkin dies that are current. They're current. The new sets are coming out on the 11th. Oh, bye, Black Angel. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. Wonderful. Yeah, definitely watch the replay. All right, so this is from the Paper Pumpkin from the last set. And then I'm just going to do a couple little dots here of glue. You can do your adhesive sheets. But I used this last week also, and when I was trying to do, I think it was last week, or was I, it might have been, I don't remember when it was. But when I tried to use it with this one, the adhesive sheets, I couldn't keep the backing on it. It kept coming off. So I just glue these. Here we go. So I just put a couple little tiny dots there. Just going to hold these down. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? Just got to give that glue time to get tacky. All right, and then I have the Poppy Parade icing bag here, and I think I'm going to go with this one on the front. And what I did was I just cut the little white tip off and kind of cut a little bit off that side there, just so that it kind of looked like it was, I want it to kind of overlap with the O. If you can see here, it overlaps with that O, so it kind of looks like you were piping that that word. And I did dimensionals on this, so let's put 2 dimensionals here. Pull these off, and I'm just going to line this up with that O. I'm just going to make sure that my yep, that's going to work. Making sure that my dimensional isn't going to be seen through there. Just like that. And then for this one here, I'm going to, oh, you know what? I was supposed to glue it together. That's what I was going to do. I was thinking I was going like this, but I wasn't. I was going to glue it. So let's take this off. There we go. All right, so I'm going to glue, because I want to be able to see it on the back. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. And let's cut a little bit of this off. And then we're just going to put this together here. There we go. And then I'm going to push it back down. Perfect. So that way, when you flip it over, you see the same thing. You might glue to get tacky so it'll stick. There we go. Just like that. And for the back, we're going to use Poppy Parade right here, which I think I put that away. Here we go. And I'm going to grab the from the Kitchen of, I think I used this one on all of them this week. I don't think I've ever done that. Use the same sentiment on every project. All right, and I'm going to just put this right in the corner, just like that. We can flip this over. I have 2 little candy canes instead of the gingerbread men, and I'm going to glue these guys down. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, stick this one here, and this one going this way. There's the stick. Like that. And then I'm going to take our red and white twine here. It's the It almost looks like a candy cane. I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm just going to tie it right around the piping bag here. Whoops, come back here. Hold that down. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. There we go. I thought it was super cute with the little bow on the top there. All right. Pull this down. And of course, I have to do a small bow. Let's see. Let me pull this tight here. If I can get it. There we go. All right. And I'm just going to trim these edges. Just like that. And then for the ribbon here, I'm going to use our new Real Red. This is the shiny ribbon. I just popped that right out of there, didn't I? All right, I am going to put this back under here. This is how I like to do it. I like to put it under and then stick it in here, and it stays, unless I pull it like I just did. All right, I'm going to... I'm one of those, I like to make sure I have enough ribbon. So I probably waste a little bit, but I would rather have too much than not enough. All right, so I'm going to fold that flat. And then again, I'm going to go from the back here. I'm just going to flip that in half there. And I'm just going to make sure that these are, the shiny side is facing outward. Because this is a smaller hole, so it kind of folds over itself. And pull that through. There we go. Let's get that. There we go. Perfect. And I want that to cover the whole, that whole edge of that tag there. Perfect. Then these are supposed to be facing this way with the shininess on it. There we go. Okay. Then I am just going to trim these. We'll do that one, that, and go a little bit lower, like that. And then, of course, because this is Christmassy, I'm going to use the peppermint. I just had them. Here they are. The peppermint embellishments. I love these. I have a surplus of these because last year they kept going out of stock and I couldn't get them. All right, so I'm going to do a large one here. I'm going to do a medium one. Whoops, come back here. Let's put this one, there, and then we'll do a small. We'll put it right here. Here we go. And that's project number 5, I think. And we have our back here. We can see the back of our little piping bag there. So cute, and that's very Christmassy with the colors there. All right, and our final project is probably my favorite. It's so darn cute. This is a recipe card. So this, I designed it to look like a cookie sheet, you know, like a cookie baking sheet. It's got the sides, there we go. It's got the sides coming up. And we've got our little cookies there on top. But when you flip it over, you can write your recipe on this. Isn't that cute? And for this, I wanted to show you guys our, what did I do with it? It's here. This I got from the Memories, Joyful Days, Memories and More card pack. And I used, because look at this, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's beautiful. And for that one, it's this card here. with that backing. And I'm going to show you how I cut that so you can kind of see. So for this, this DSP is from the Modern Christmas DSP set. And so that's going to go on the front. This is a cherry cobbler base there. So we've got this here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it on this side here. So this is 5.5 by 4.25. So we're going to cut this at 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to grab my trimmer here. And this is already 4 that way. So we just need to trim this side down to 5.25. So I've got the trees on the left side here. So we want to just cut off a little bit of those lines there. We want to be able to see our cute little trees there. And so then this is going to fit perfect right there. And I went ahead and glued, I glued this one. There we go. Do you guys use our Memories and More packs? I normally don't. But this one was gorgeous with the trees. I had to have it. And then when I saw this piece, I was like, oh, that would make a perfect recipe card. All right, so that is our back right there. We're going to do our little sentiment there in a minute. For the front, what I did, I have a piece of, this is the DSP. It's the back of this piece here. And I'm going to take this, our Real Red shiny ribbon. And I'm going to cut one piece. My little charm got stuck there. I'm going to cut a piece here. I just want to make sure I have enough because when I did that one, I almost didn't have enough. I'm going to cut 2 of those. There we go. And I'm going to grab my tear and tape here. And I'm just going to kind of look and see where I'm going to want this to be. Just going to be right about there. So on the back here, I'm going to stick my tear and tape. And where'd it go? I'm going to stick one on the other side, about the same spot. Just like that. And I'm going to take the backing off here. Come on. There we go. Got it. And then I'm going to make sure I have the shiny side up because I want that shiny side to be on the front. And I'm just going to stick that right on top of that tear and tape. And it's going to, perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. You can just take it all the way across. I just wanted to save, I guess, a little bit of ribbon. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to pull this over this way and kind of eyeball where the lines are here compared to over here to try to make it be even. I think that's about right. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hope you had a great day. All right. I'm going to push that down there. And I think that's about the same. Yeah, that looks like it'll be fine. All right, so that's the back. So we're going to want it this way. I am going to flip this over here, and I'm going to put glue, my green glue, and I'm going to make sure to put it on top of that ribbon there. So I want to make sure that ribbon stays put when I pull it to tie it. And then I'm going to flip this over here. Stick this down in the center, just like that. Make sure I got it straight here. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Then I've got to tie it upside down in order to get my tails the right way. So I'm going to tie this upside down. And actually what I did was I took a glue dot. I took one of the bigger glue dots, because this was the easiest for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this so I can see where the center is. Just right about here. Upside down. You guys like that? You have to do your bow upside down. I don't know how I tie it that makes it not straight when I do it the right way. All right, is that going to glue down? There we go. All right. And I'm just going to make sure that my shiny side of my ribbon is up. Come on, you can do it. There we go. And I'm just going to push down on that knot right there so it holds it for me. And then I'm going to tie my bow. And that glue dot just helps to allow me to have the bow tight. Otherwise it wouldn't be tight, because I couldn't seem to hold this ribbon tight enough without the glue dot. All right, and I'm just going to flip around my tails here so I have all the shininess on the front. And then I'm going to make my bow kind of small. Gosh, this ribbon is so pretty. All right. Make sure they're even here. That looks good. And I'm going to snip my edges so that they are not lower than the DSP. I want it on the DSP. And like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, can you see that shimmer kind of on the ribbon? I don't know if it's translating or not, but it's so pretty. All right, and then for the, this is I designed this to be a baking sheet. So for this, I just cut the size I wanted, and I scored 1/4 of an inch all the way around. However, when I got to scoring, I scored this way first on each side, and then when I went to score this way, I only scored between these two. And I just did that because that was kind of how I felt like it kind of made it look like it had edges, kind of like a pan does, like a cookie sheet. And I just flip these up just a little, just like this. And then we're just going to grab our cute little cookies here. And these whoops, I'm missing a couple here. Come on. These I stamped these on basic beige with crumb cake. And I just kind of made it so that they weren't on the same line. So I wanted one of each going across there. And I just glued these down. I can get it here. Just going to put a little bit of glue here. And it was actually pretty easy to get them looking centered. I was surprised. So I'm just going to kind of line it up visually here. And they're pretty easy to kind of, if you use the green glue, you can kind of, whoops, he stuck to me. You can move him around a little bit. Then we're going to do our little candy cane here. Just going to go here in between these two. And then, and I'm doing the outsides first so that I can center that middle cookie. There we go. And this one here, I thought this was such a cute design. So if you have like a cookie exchange, you could do your cute little card like this, and on the back it's got the place you can write the recipe for like the host or whatever, or if you want to give it to everybody that's gone. I thought that was such a cute idea. Cookie swaps are like a thing these days, it seems like. Here we go. Just want that to be straight. Here we go. Just make sure these are all stuck. Okay. Then this is, just going to make sure there we go. So this is going to go right here, and I'm going to pop it up on my dimensionals. 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, and I'm going to do that for this one to make sure it's nice and flat. And we're just going to take these off. Here we go. And then I'm just going to flip this under here and center it. There we go. Yep. I always like to look at it head on so I make sure that I have it straight. Isn't that cute? And then for the back, I have a piece of real red cardstock here. And I am going to put From the Kitchen of on it. And that one I did in in Memento black ink. And to clean this off here. And you can do this in white if you want. I just kind of wanted it to, so you could see it. I didn't really want it to blend in. And I did not like it on the actual paper. It didn't look right to me. All right, it's a little crooked, but it's okay. And I am just going to trim this up as straight as I can here. I just want this to be very close to the words, like that. And then we're just going to glue it right there. Right here. Cute. And then for embellishments, I used our new traditional sparkling sequins. Look at how beautiful those are. Oh, they're so pretty. And I used our red color. And I used the medium. Let's see if I'm in frame here. So I'm going to put a medium and then 2 of these smaller. So we'll do this one here. And we'll do this one up here. Well, let's do this one. Yeah, let's do it up here. There we go. And that's our final project. Isn't that so pretty? And you have a whole recipe card back here that you can put your recipe on. So stinking cute. All right, let's take a look at everything that we made tonight. Hope that you guys enjoyed these projects and got some really good ideas. Oh, this is such a cute bundle. If you make anything, definitely be sure to tag me so that I can see what all you have made. So we have this one. Let's see, we've got this. And we've got this one here. This and our blue. So I think this was 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6. I think that's how it went. All right, so these are all the projects that we made tonight. Aren't they so pretty? I don't know which one's my favorite. I think it's this one. I just love that it has that extra little something back there that you can put your little recipe on. So fun. You will have to let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I'm excited to know. And yes, Amy, the recipe card project is great. Definitely need to get some of those. It's such a cute little card. All right, so next Monday, September 15th, I will be going live again at 6:30 p.m. I will be doing the seasonal tags stamp set and pairing it with the pattern tags dies. The pattern tag dies they're so cute. Definitely don't want to miss that. I'm going to have some really, really fun projects with that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on all my socials. I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure if you are on my YouTube that you are subscribed and you click that bell. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you put a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. And if you enjoyed tonight's live, be sure to put this emoji down in the comments so that I can say hello and thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really, really appreciate it. I had so much fun creating these projects for you guys. I hope that you get a lot of use out of them, get some inspiration, and get to make some of these yourself. Oh yes, Carol, the recipe card is so cute, isn't it? I saw this card and immediately I was like, oh my gosh, that's a recipe card. I don't know, that came to me right away. All right. And really quick, I do have, today is the last day for my Just a Note gift card class to go. It's the registration. So make sure that you, if you're interested, register today. Ends at midnight tonight Eastern time. The link is in the description. You get $30 in product. You're going to get 2 different embellishments with this one. It's such a cute, cute class, and it's all gift card holders, which is perfect for the holiday season. All right. Thank you so much for spending your time or choosing to spend your time with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I had so much fun, and I will see you right back here next Monday for a brand new video. Bye.